Are you just starting YouTube but frustrated? Are you overwhelmed with a packed schedule? Your calendar is just ridiculous and you're kind of just like angry about like, what do I focus on? Well, today I'm gonna be talking about that to help you guys out. If you're just starting a YouTube channel, it can get overwhelming, like what it is that you want to focus on that's gonna give you the most productive results. So today we're gonna be talking about the 5 things I would focus on if I'm just starting a YouTube channel today. Coming right up.
YouTube Secrets is out now. Learn the strategies of today's top video influencers in this step-by-step YouTube success playbook. Get your copy today at tubesecretsbook.com.
What's up, influencers? Welcome to this channel. My name is Benji Travis, and that's right, this is Video Influencers, where we're helping you build your influence, income, impact with online videos. Make sure you hit us up on social media at Video Influencers. Hit that like button, leave a comment. Where are you watching from, and what is your channel about? So I'm excited to talk about this because there can be so many different things that people tell you to focus on and to do, and it can get kind of crazy. And you guys might feel like you're getting crazy, but what I want to do is keep you sane and keep you focused. And we're going to talk about the 5 things I would actually be focused on if I was starting a YouTube channel. Now, with that being said, I want to dive into a huge disclosure. You could be doing all the 5 things I'm going to be talking about today, but if you're not doing this one thing before that, it's not going to happen for you. Which what I mean is like, you're not going to get the views, you're not going to get the growth, you're not going to get subscribers. The one thing that you definitely want to be doing is creating consistently, or you want to consistently be uploading to YouTube valuable, clear, and searchable content. An example is here on Video Influencers. You know, on Video Influencers, we're helping you guys build your influence, income, and impact with online videos. We have talking head videos. We've got interviews with other creators. It's very clear what we're offering to you guys, and we're uploading once a week. So 5 years later, hundreds of interviews, 500,000 subscribers on this channel is a result of that clarity. So make sure when you guys are going to apply these 5 things that you're going to focus on, that you're actually doing that along with the content you're uploading consistently to your channel. There's no getting around quality content, right? You're going to add value to somebody and ask yourself, are you actually helping somebody, whatever? If it's comedy, are you making them laugh? If it's news, are you actually like informing them on the news? Whatever you do. And remember, you got to be consistent with it. So make sure you're doing that. And the last thing I'd say too, make sure, especially in the beginning, you're creating searchable content that people can search. YouTube is a search platform. So remember, utilize that principle to help you break through the competition when you're first starting out. All right, if you guys are liking this content, hit that like button, and we're gonna get into the 5 things I would focus on right now. And the first thing I would focus on if I'm just starting a YouTube channel is great thumbnails and great titles. That's right. It's not rocket science, thumbnail and titles. Now, there's a lot of reasons we want to focus on the thumbnail and title. The initial reason is pretty obvious, right? The thumbnail is a visual. Of course, that's like the advertisement for your video. The title is the description. But the second reason you want to focus on this is when you're first starting a YouTube channel, there's not a lot of data that YouTube has on you as a content creator on your channel or the potential viewers you're trying to reach out to. So the thumbnail and the title is the data that you're giving to the YouTube algorithm to tell them what your videos are about when you're first starting out. Now, tags are definitely important. You know, people have said that they're not as relevant as they once were. You definitely want to use tags, but I'll tell you, the thumbnail and the title, way more important. And let's hear it from the master of thumbnails and titles, Cannell, right now, because he describes it even better.
Titles and thumbnails should work together. And here's what we mean. You know, on this video, as we were preparing it, we have a really long title, and then we wanted the thumbnail, though, to be much cleaner. One of the biggest mistakes we see people make is coming up with maybe a good title, but restating all of the text in the title in the thumbnail. Remember, they work together. They don't need to repeat each other. They actually should be like a combo. So what we wanted to do is have a strong and clear title on this video, even a promise of how many tips you're going to learn, but then also create a thumbnail that's much simpler and cleaner. So we just came up with this 3 words to summarize it: viral title tips. Another way to think about this is Benji and Judy's vlog, where they've got, you know, a longer title, I'm in China for the first time ever, but you don't have to restate that, like we're in China, and then really good use of the flag and the pointing of the face and eyes, or eating to lemon with no reaction, but just eating lemon, question, exclamation, kind of just a hook, the emojis. And so think about the combination of both the title and the thumbnail. Peter McKinnon is doing here with no text, and you don't always need to use text. In fact, really good photography like this is great without it. And you have a nice title, why every photographer needs this, but then you've just got that, okay, it needs what? Like what's happening in the photo, or tips for shooting sunset, and clearly it's a sunset kind of vibe, the color. And so think about the 1-2 punch of titles and thumbnails together. And hey, if you're getting value, can you smash the like button on this video?
That's right. Hit that like button because we love those likes, and leave a comment about where you're watching from and what your channel's about. So Sean just described the importance of thumbnails and titles and how to really focus on optimizing them. At the end of the day, it just takes work. You know, my wife and I, who Sean brought up in that little tutorial, we create vlogs. So we're creating content all day. We're recording ourselves. My wife is the editor. To this day, she still edits all the content. So she might take 3 to 4 hours to edit, but literally she might take another 20 to 60 minutes editing the thumbnail. The thumbnail is so important. Remember, we're visual people. If you're watching this, it's because you like videos. So the same thing with a picture that represents your video, that thumbnail is so important. And then obviously the title. The title is the description. So if you guys want to learn more about it, you can actually click the card up here in the corner, and we're going to put a little deep dive into titles and thumbnails because we got tons of content here on Video Influencers. All right, we're going to go ahead and move on to the second thing I would focus on if I was starting a channel. And the second thing is improving from video to video. So video to video improvement is so important because a lot of people, they kind of get overwhelmed, and they're looking at other channels and they're looking at all these different things to do when they forget that the way we get great is we practice. And the way you practice is you put up a video, you look at the results, and you try to adjust based on those results to improve your next video. It's that simple. Video to video. Don't get discouraged. Have a lot of forgiveness for yourself and know that it takes time. So micro focus on your last video. Use amazing tools like vidIQ, okay? vidIQ will give you a lot of the information that you need to be able to determine how well your video did. Now, if your video didn't do well, that's okay. What you're going to try to do is get better on the next video. So focus on things like views per hour. That's a little graphic that actually shows up when you're using the vidIQ tool, or the comparison tool. There's a comparison tool that actually shows you how this video is doing compared to your last video, and it's all right there on your web browser. Even YouTube Studio, go into YouTube Studio, look at your audience retention, look at what part of the video people are dropping off, and ask yourself, why is it in this part of the video people don't like it for whatever reason and they're leaving? That audience retention graphic is so important because on the next video, you're going to be like, you know what? That wasn't really interesting to people. So maybe I'm not going to put that in my next upload. That video to video improvement over the long period is what's going to give you that success that you're looking for. It's going to gradually up your views. So simply put, if you got 10 views on the last video, have a goal of 11 views. What happens over time, it exponentially grows. And what you're chasing right now is quality. So don't worry too much about the overall subscribers of your channel and how many views you've gotten over the last 6 months. Worry more about getting a little bit more views on your next upload. And what happens is it starts steamrolling. The snowball effect, right? That momentum starts growing. So make sure you focus on growing from video to video. Are you guys liking this stuff? Hit that like button. We're going to go ahead and move on. I just want to give a few more shout outs. Raising Tommy, thank you for being here. Sheila, Nitin, what's going on? Leave a comment down below of where you guys are watching from. But we're going to go ahead and get into the third tip of what to focus on when you're first starting out on YouTube. Sparks family, thank you for the super chat. So the third thing I would focus on is engage and get discovered. So this is basically engagement, right? Like connecting with the people. Value the comments that are being left. So many people focus on the video and how many views they're getting and so many other things. They forget that like if someone leaves a comment, you should reply back to every single person. This is what my wife did for years, right? Fortunately, we've got so many subscribers, we can't keep up with all the comments. But to this day, we still reply back to as many comments as possible. If you guys have watched this channel, Video Influencers, you know that I try to respond back to as many as possible, and our team does as well. That engagement, that response is going to show people that you care. But first off, before I dive deeper into this, let's hear from Vanessa Lau that actually talks about it in the most perfect way that's really going to paint the picture of the importance of engagement.
When I learned about the term relationship marketing, it completely changed the way that I operate in business. Because when you focus on actually devoting all of your energy, love, attention to your existing audience, you actually have the potential to cultivate brand ambassadors. These are the people that truly value you so much as a content creator that they will actually promote your work for free. They are the ones that are sharing to the world on Instagram that they're watching your videos. These are the people that are referring their friends to watch your content because they just love you so much. So I promise you, if you actually focus on building very strong relationships with your current audience, you won't need to actually go out there all the time and be a door-to-door salesman looking for new people to join your community. Your community will do it for you, but what you need to do as a content creator is to treat your community with respect, with integrity, and with lots of love. Treat them really well because I promise you that karma is a thing and they will return that energy back.
Karma is a thing. Thank you, Vanessa. And guess what? We're going to put links to all these videos that we actually reference for these points. So thank you, Vanessa, for your wisdom. She's got a great channel. But karma is a thing. When you give to your audience and then you reply back to them, acknowledge that and show them that you care, that fandom that is created is so important. And I love the point she made about them being an ambassador for you. So remember, the engagement purely is just to show appreciation, but then what they do after the upload is really important. So there's three things I want to break down here when I talk about engagement and get discovered. Number one, make sure you reply back to all the comments in every single upload. Secondly, go to other people's YouTube channels that have similar types of content or have audiences that probably would like your content and engage with people. Don't do the subscribe to subscribe kind of thing because no one likes that spammy type of strategy. Go and add more value. If people have questions, try to answer those questions. Try to acknowledge and thank the creators that you're watching if you're on another channel. Third, go to other platforms. Go off of YouTube to social media, Instagram, Facebook, wherever the audiences are hanging out. Go to profiles that have similar types of niches as your YouTube channel. And again, vibe with people. So really care. You know, that's the one thing I'd say about YouTube is I believe the reason people subscribe is because you actually feel like the creators care. And guess what? Sean and I, we really do care about you. And a lot of you have approached us at events and you say that. You're like, thank you so much. Appreciate everything you do. And you helped me grow my channel and get more views, get more subscribers. That's because we care. And that's why we do this. So make sure you don't just care through the videos. Make sure you acknowledge the people leaving comments and vibe with people on social media. Yes, it's a grind. It takes time, but I'll tell you, this is one of the most important things you can do for your YouTube channel. Are you loving this? Hit that like button. We're going to go to number 4. The fourth thing I would focus on if I was starting a YouTube channel from zero. And the fourth thing is focus on unfulfilled niches. That's right. We talked about the importance of niches. If you don't know what that is taking a topic or a genre and breaking down to a further niche. If you're into gardening, right? Maybe you're going to be an organic gardener. Maybe you're going to be a tomato gardener. Whatever it is, break it down. But think about unfulfilled niches. you know, YouTube's competitive. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like it is harder than it was before, but remember, there's also more people out there looking for other like really niche stuff. So fill a need that's out there. There's a demand for, and be one of the only people that are providing it if no one else is doing it. You know, I'm sure you've watched a YouTube channel and asked yourself like, man, if I actually had a channel about this, I would do it so much better. Well, you should do it so much better, because a lot of people are uploading to YouTube very casually. They're not even thinking about starting a channel. They just have like a, you know, like a profile, and they like tape this little tutorial and they throw it up, gets 1 million views, right? So there's definitely a demand out there that needs to be filled. But rather than just hear me talk about this, let's hear from a YouTube expert. This is somebody that actually works at YouTube that talks about this on Tim Schmoyer's channel just recently, and his name is Tom Leung.
One approach is to focus on content that isn't well served by other channels today. So if you're making videos in a very crowded category, it could be difficult to outperform the competition. If I were to start a brand new channel today and I said, oh, I'm gonna make a bunch of videos about reviewing like phones, you know, that's probably a pretty crowded category. Like, I could do it, I just have to make sure my videos are amazing and really provide a much different perspective than what's currently out there. Then once you kind of find that niche where you can establish yourself, then you can always expand from there. So it's always better to start more narrow and then kind of go broader.
Yes, thank you, Tom. And in fact, I just recently interviewed Tom. He knows his stuff. He actually works at YouTube, and he cares about you as a channel and as a content creator. And he's only trying to give the advice that's going to actually help you based on what he knows at YouTube. So don't take that for granted. And I know we talk about niches, but what I like about what Tom says is look for the niches that aren't actually being capitalized on. Like, there people are searching for it, but there's not a lot of videos, or maybe there's not enough quality videos. In the beginning, it's all about breaking through that competition, like finding that opening so you have your opportunity to get the exposure. And remember, in the very beginning, it's not like getting 1 million subscribers right away or going viral. It's about gaining a little bit of traction. This is why that last topic of going out to communities and connecting with people and finding those smaller groups is so important, because that small group starts getting bigger, starts getting larger. And then again, you're engaging with people. Ambassadors, they're like saying, hey, this is dope content on here, you guys should check this out, when they're in their everyday lives. Word of mouth, it's crazy. So niches, super important. Leonard, what's up? Siege, Kayreen, Zossi, thank you so much for you guys checking out this Saturday morning broadcast here on Video Influencers. Hit that like button, make sure you subscribe to Video Influencers and join our memberships program. All right, last thing I want to focus on if I'm starting a YouTube channel is upload tons of content. That's right, upload tons of content. I know that's not fancy, but I'll tell you, you cannot avoid this if you're just starting out with very little experience. Even if you've got experience, you know, when Sean and I started Video Influencers, we had already been doing it, but we had a mindset of like, okay, we know that we know how to create content. Sean is amazing behind the camera. He knows how to optimize videos. I can get a lot of my YouTube buddies to let me and you interview them, but we still knew that was going to take a while. In our first videos, I mean, they were getting like a few hundred views, 1,000 views, not very many compared to what we're getting now. But we were in it for the long haul, and we knew we were going to have to create a ton of videos before we had traction. I think we got about 10,000 subscribers in that first year, which is amazing, but still nothing close to what we've done in the past. But we were in it for that long-term vision, and we knew we were going to have to upload tons of content. But recently, Roberto Blake put out an amazing video that I definitely think everyone here should watch, and he talks about making crappy content. Let's look at that clip right now.
You need to make your first 100 crappy videos, just like the rest of us did, and stop hoping to go viral. Stop hoping for a cheerleading section or applause or acceptance for something that you haven't put in the work and practiced at yet. You have not done the work required. You do not deserve, nor are you entitled to, an audience for a dress rehearsal, okay? You don't get a cheering section for practice on the field. You need to hunker down, respect the process of the work, and understand that it's probably going to take you a while if you don't necessarily have natural God-given talent at these things, and that's okay. A lot of people you look up to right now, you're spending way too much time watching their perfect, polished content a decade into their career, instead of realizing that what you're doing right now is probably better than their first, second, third, or 10th attempt. So yeah, I want you to make 100 crappy videos.
I love the music. I wish that kept going, but respect the process. My favorite part of that clip, and by the way, in the comments area, let me know what was your favorite thing that Roberto said. My favorite part was when he showed some of the old videos of these epic creators. I mean, look at the difference. It's just crazy. Like, lighting's bad. It's kind of fuzzy. It's not even HD. They probably like just ranting about something. So remember, everyone that's had success on this platform, they started at zero. They started somewhere that's nowhere near where they're at now. Both Sean and I, we talk about our first videos, how they were our worst videos because we had no experience yet. Even if you have experience in front of the camera or behind the camera editing, YouTube is a different kind of beast. And it is competitive. That's why it's important when you're first starting out to focus on the things that are going to be the most productive. But one of the things you just can't deny is you got to upload tons of content. Sometimes it's going to be crappy content. But like I said in the beginning, improve from video to video. And just know that if you do that, if you put up 100 videos, which usually is a threshold before I will seriously audit your channel, that you're going to gain experience. If you really care about this, if you really desire having this lifestyle as a YouTube, as a content creator, if you're a businessman that wants to offer some kind of service or sell a product and you really think it's going to change people's lives, it is worth it to commit to 100 videos. I've lived the most amazing life that I could have never imagined. And I give so much credit, obviously, to my wife who introduced this to me, as well as the people who have supported me, and obviously the hard work. But for reals, YouTube, it's a search engine that is free. Anybody can search anything, can upload and create a lifestyle. You make money from AdSense and all these other types of opportunities. So just know that you're not the only person that also thinks that. Everyone else that's on this platform, they're like, dude, I want to do this. I want to have that lifestyle. I want to be able to travel, or I want to be able to, share my passion for this hobby. I want to be able to spend every day doing what I love. And that's why this last focus tip is more of a principle. Upload tons of content. When you're just starting out, you just got to do it. What you're going to find out too in the 100 videos, that maybe this isn't the niche that you want to be in. Maybe you kind of get burnt out because you're not really interested. Maybe you find that niche that's not being fulfilled because you put up some random experimental content and it breaks it, like it's a breakaway hit. So just know how important those 100 uploads will be for you. And it can be as simple as one video a week for 52 weeks times 2 years. 2 years of doing this, one video per week, improving from video to video, valuing the people that are actually, watching your content and engaging with them and discovering new audiences that would value what you're putting out there. The thumbnail and title. Remember, you're going to get better every time you upload because you're going to get better at Photoshop. Maybe you're going to find somebody that can help you optimize the titles. And remember, you're going to find the opportunities that's going to let you make this happen in a way where videos go viral, or you hit the right crowd of people so that the word about your channel just spreads like wildfire. Are you guys excited? Hit that like button because we're about to get done. If you guys want to see all of our videos on video influencers where we talk about tips for beginners, click or tap the screen right here. If you guys want to just see our videos where we talk about how to get views, click or tap the screen right here.